Purchasing a huge mansion is a dream for each one of us here, and we all have thought of it at some point in our lives. However, it is not easy as mansions don't come cheap. But let's say you do find a mansion that suits your expectations and budget, but then it comes with so many other problems that no one else in the world wants to buy it. Would you still buy it? Well, let's find out. Hey you guys, and welcome back to Lord Luxury. In today's video, we have an interesting list of 10 mansions and houses that no one would ever want to buy, even at a price less than $10. And make sure you stick till mansion number 1, because trust me, you don't want to miss this. So, without any further ado, let's dive in. Number 10. House in San Francisco, California. San Francisco is well known for its expensive real estate, and not many of us can indeed afford to buy a beautiful house in the city. Well, don't feel disheartened yet, because at number 10 on our list is a property located in a place called Hercules in San Francisco that costs just $1. Wait, let me repeat it so you can get this right. This house is for sale on the market for $1. But however, it has been on the market for many years now, yet nobody wants to buy it. This is because the historic house called Queen Anne was purchased in 2010 by Hercules' town before they decided to put it back on the market, since they did not have the resources to renovate and preserve this house. So, whoever decides to purchase this property will have to relocate it first and get the house repaired at their own cost. Number 9. £1 houses in the UK. In an old place called Cobridge in the UK, the government made initiatives to sell a lot of houses for just €1. Now, this locality is an old industrial area with a canal and plenty of forlorn buildings. In other words, it is not the kind of place where you would want to buy a house and live. And that is probably why the government decided to sell these houses for just €1. But of course, this offer comes with a few clauses, one being that whoever buys this house will need to take a €35,000 loan provided by the UK government to fix the house, and they will have to live in there for at least 5 years before they are allowed to sell the house to someone else and make a profit. A few people were still interested in buying this house, because after all, houses don't come at such prices every day, do they? Number 8. The spooky-looking Kentucky mansion. This one is a rather spooky, spine-tingling old mansion known as the Auerbacher Clement House, which was actually sold for an unbelievable sum of $1. Situated in Louisville, Kentucky, this grand mansion served as a tax business office for many years before it was taken over by the government due to unpaid taxes. How ironic, right? What's even crazier is that after this house was later sold to an architect for just $1 in 2008, he returned it to the city government again shortly after. Can you guess what happened next? The mansion was once again sold, and this time too, it was sold for $1 to Oracle, who planned to turning it into apartments as part of the historic residential rehabilitation project. Number 7. Villas in Ollolai, Italy. In 2017, there were around 200 villas that were on sale for just €1 in a town called Ollolai in Italy. However, this purchase was not meant to be as easy as it sounds, since there were a number of conditions that a buyer needed to agree to, which included restoring these villas into proper shape at their own cost. The plans for the renovation of the villa needed to be submitted to the town before the purchase, and the restoration process must be completed within a time frame of 3 years. This initiative by Italy was meant to bring back people into these old towns as an effort to combat their shrinking populations. Now, even though many people were initially interested in buying these villas, for some reason, not many people ended up wanting to live in that town again. Number 6. A 1914 Georgian revival home. With 6 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms, this 6,652 square foot mansion is another beautiful house that you can buy for just $1,000. The mansion comes with various delicate architectural features, including a tile fireplace, leaded glass doors and windows with original woodwork, and so on. However, this house is definitely in need of some serious repair that could cost a huge sum of money, so it was unsold for many years. But once the repairs are done, this mansion would be a great piece of real estate to own. Number 5. An 1875 mansion. This magnificent Victorian mansion was built in the year 1875 by a chair manufacturer named Sylvester K. Pierce. This 6,661 square foot stunning mansion is equipped with 10 bedrooms, marble fireplaces, 11-foot ceilings, and so many other exquisite features, and it would have fetched well over $1 million easily. But can you guess how much the asking price of this mansion was? It was on sale on the market for just around $300,000. You might have already guessed by now that if the price is too low, then there must have been something seriously wrong with this house. Well, you were right. This mansion happens to be one of the most haunted houses in all of New England, and apparently there have been various reports of paranormal activity in and around the house. Number 4. $10 Mansion in New Jersey. We all know that New Jersey is not the easiest place to find an affordable house at, and when there is a 4,000 square foot Victorian mansion on sale for a whopping price of $10, would you think twice before buying it? The price of the average home in the New York metropolitan area is more than $300,000, and by any means, this offer sounds like a steal. But sadly, this mansion never sold since no one turned up to buy it, and eventually it was demolished. If you were wondering why, then here it is. There was a condition made by the owners that whoever buys this mansion will have to move it off their property at their own cost, which would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Doesn't sound like much of a bargain anymore, huh? Number 3. The Hex House, Pennsylvania. Also known as the Ray Myers Hollow, this famous house in Pennsylvania used to be the home of Dutch Pow Wow doctor Nelson Ray Meyer until he was stabbed and beaten to death in 1928. Pow Wow medicine was an ancient healing practice of witchcraft during those days, and apparently Ray Meyer had picked up a fight with another local witch named John H. Blymeyer, which led to a series of events later on. John Blymeyer accused Ray Meyer of placing a hex on him, which resulted in his bad health, and wanted to take revenge. So one night, he broke into the house with 2 of his juvenile sidekicks and demanded that his hex be undone. But when their demands were not met, the trio set the house on fire and beat Nelson Ray Meyer to death. This house could now be one of the most haunted houses in Pennsylvania, and who knows, it could end up being sold. Number 2. Historic mansions for $1,000. As part of a bigger plan in Detroit, the government sold several lovely homes in an online auction to combat one of the city's biggest problems, blight. In an attempt to strengthen communities, fix the problems caused by widespread abandonment and too many vacant city-owned buildings, these houses were on sale for just $1,000. But wait, that's not it. There is more. These historic mansions look absolutely magnificent, and they come with 7 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and 69 windows. However, these houses would need a lot of repairing before you could actually live in one of these, and this includes fixing windows, fireplaces, floor work, ceilings, and much more, which would cost well over $100,000. Would you still buy the house if you had the chance? Number 1. The Amityville Horror House in Long Island. This beautiful looking estate comes with 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and 1 bloody history. It was just another normal house to the DeFeo family for many years until one horrific night when something gruesome happened there, and all of a sudden, the house became famous. Ronald J. DeFeo Jr., who was 23 at that time, killed his entire family in mass murder and was sentenced to 25 years in prison. The story of this exact house is the inspiration behind the 2005 film The Amityville Horror. Now, even though every family living there after this incident has experienced a strong paranormal presence in the house, it was still on sale for around $800,000 a few years ago. But perhaps due to its history, nobody was willing to pay that much, and the realtors ended up selling the infamous Amityville house for much less. And with that, it is time to end our video. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, drop a like and subscribe to our channel to join our community. Would you buy any of these houses? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, folks.